We're going to take a quick phone call. Good morning. You're on the morning show.
Hi, Amy. This is Barry.
Hi, Barry.
Hey, last night I went to the planning committee last night, and I wanted to mention just a few things that I seen as I was there.
Go ahead.
Of course, I had interviewed Stacy and invited her to come up, and she did. And she presented quite a few interesting things that they need to look at. But the thing that she held up the whole thing with Plan Cheyenne, and she looked at them all. Did you guys read this? And they didn't say nothing. Amy, they didn't say it.
I think the document's like 20 years old or something.
Yeah, well, I guess what gets me is, of course, Emily spoke, and then Taylor Haynes. And then when I got up there, I spoke and I said, Ocwen's razor says the simplest answer. How did I screw that up? Let's see here. Usually, the simplest answer is the right answer. That's what I'm saying. And I said, why don't you bring it up for a vote for the people? Instead of letting 15 people vote on it, let all the people vote on it. If they vote for it, great. So vote against it, that's great. But it will be the will of the people. And I guess, it comes down to this. When Nancy Pelosi said, we have to pass it to see what's in it. So we're going to find out some stuff in it we're not going to like.
Well, the document's, I said 20 years, but it's been around, I think it's less than that, but it's been around for a long time. This isn't a new document. Everybody should have had a chance to at least look at it.
They did update some things in there that they didn't. The thing that also got me, too, is they did not even deliberate it. They said, any questions from the council? Nobody said a thing. Now, I have to defend Mark Woods. He voted no, and I thanked him for that. But the thing is, I believe that when things are updated, they need to know what's in there. Because, like even Stacy said, down in Fort Collins, if you have a Super Bowl party, you have to get a permit, and if someone says you're too loud, they fine you $1,000 on your private property. I understand, send the police out and say, hey, guys, can you calm down? But fining $1,000, that's not right.
Well, I'm doubting in Fort Collins it was a problem this year. I'm being a little facetious because of the game, but I understand what you're saying. That seems a little. Yeah, I mean, the police can come to your house if you're, if you're having making a loud noise. They can come to your house and tell you to cut it out, and if you don't, then I guess second or third time, then you are stuck with a citation. But is she saying that if you don't get a permit and you have a party, you're going to be fined? Basically, and that's what are some of the things. I mean, here's another thing. Okay, Amy, let's say you own a house here in Cheyenne, right in Cheyenne, even in the county, in the area where they're saying how this should be enacted. If you have people that move in that you want to rent, you have to get permit for those people. I mean, it's not like it's your property anymore. Now the city says, and the thing that gets me is because they take grant money, there are strings attached to it, and we all know that when strings are attached to it, the federal government always put in a chokehold on elected officials because now you took the money, now you have to do it what we said. Yeah, there is. If it is a federal grant, if you take our money, you follow our rules, and that's kind of the way grants work. It doesn't matter if it comes from the federal government, the state government, or some nonprofit organization that's giving out grants. You take our money, you follow it. It's like my son. Yeah. It's like, well, you don't want to follow my rules, don't take my money. Go make your own money. Sure. So I understand how it works. I'm not saying I agree with it. Well, you know what? I guess what comes down to it is that we need to be at the city council to really give our support and say, look, we can't have this passed. Now, I do want to mention, I know you probably did before, but this Saturday at 3:30, Stacy will be giving the whole synopsis. What is in Plan Cheyenne? I recommend everybody be there this Saturday at 3:30 at the Cottonwood Room. Right. That's very important because one thing I found out, what you don't know can hurt you. So don't let this stuff pass by. When Emily went there and represented me at what happened here a few weeks back with the water meters, I went there last night representing people of Cheyenne. So I'm just asking that the times I can't be there, but the times you can't, I'll be there. And so thank you very much, Amy. Right. Well, I do want to mention that Emily and Stacy Lynne will be on the show 7 a.m. on Thursday. Oh, nice. Okay. February 6th. So Stacy will be calling in from Fort Collins. Emily will be here in the studio. And so if you can't make the meeting, you can at least listen to the show and hear what she has to say. I think the meeting will be more comprehensive than the time we have on the show. That'll be good. And I'll let you leave you with this. Saturday I was listening to John Frentway's show is gone. What happened? I do not know. Okay. You'd have to ask. I do not know. Okay. Well, I know that I really enjoyed the show, and I want him back. Well, then you need to talk to somebody else.
All right. All right. Well, I'm just hopefully they'll listen, but I will actually call the station on the other line and let them know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.